This is for you if you've been getting triggered by the word manifestation and you are just on the brink of giving up. We're going to turn that all around right now. I appreciate you subscribing right down at the bottom. I'm Brand Victoria, and I'm here to help you manifest becoming the best version of yourself, mind, body, and soul. There's this huge misconception with manifestation because, we all seen like The Secret. A lot of us started off there. I know I did. That's how it started for me. I started watching The Secret. And funny thing is, my mom showed me, was telling me about The Secret and was trying to show it to me when I was in high school. But I was like, yeah, okay, really? And that's just like magic fairy dust. Like, that's how it felt to me. But later on, when I think it was like 2014, after I first had my son, I started to get more into it. I was like, you know what? Let me look at this secret thing. And then it started clicking for me and it started opening up my horizon. How did it start for you? Were you into The Secret or did you start it off another way? But there's this misconception because when you talk to people, just random people about manifestation, and they're just like, oh, well, you have to put in action. You got to actually put in the work, as if manifestation is as if it's synonymous with being lazy. That's really what happens. And so there's a misconception because a lot of people don't really understand it. And manifestation happens 24/7. It doesn't stop, whether you're conscious of it or you're unconscious of it. And it literally is, if I was just to take out the word manifestation, because it's a buzzword, and the buzzwords can trigger people in different ways because it brings up different negative beliefs that they have. So if we were to take the definition, manifestation would translate as life. You lifing. And that's what we're going to call it, lifing. And that is just you going through your day-to-day life. And think about it. Conscious manifestation, where you're actually you're more self-aware and you're able to play around more with it because you understand the rules of it. You understand the game. And that's just like, take for instance, this is an unconscious person, you wake up out of bed, you trip over something, and then on top of that, there's no toothpaste left in your toothpaste. Yeah, there's no toothpaste left in your toothpaste. And after that, you get into traffic, you're late for work, and then your boss yells at you. And then you're just like, oh my gosh, I've just been having a bad day. Well, that's manifestation. Because manifestation has everything to do with your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, and in turn, all of that will translate to your actions. Now, of course, there's some law of attraction going on there too, and that goes with manifestation. They're paired very well, but they're still different in a sense. But so with manifestation, those events that I just described is a manifestation. You have a belief, you have a thought, you have an emotion, you have an action. And when all that stuff happens, what do you do? What do you do when those manifestations happen? That's where the self-awareness comes in, and you can start becoming more of a conscious manifestor. Because then you start to ask yourself the probing questions. Why is this happening today? Why am I so triggered by being in traffic? In what way did it make me feel when my boss yelled at me? Why is it so scary if I lose my job? So then you start going more into that and you start to figure out what the belief is that you have, because to have that emotion is because you have a belief. So it will get the gears turning, y'all. Do you see what I'm saying? And action goes with manifestation because, like I said, you have a belief, you have a thought, you have thoughts, you have emotions, and that in turn dictates and shapes your behavior, your actions. So you're going to take action, but action looks different for everybody. This is the part that y'all really need to understand and hear me out loud. If I could say it with a megaphone, I would. Action looks different for everybody. So somebody's action could actually be them watching TV and relaxing. If they're a workaholic and they need to relax and actually enjoy themselves. That's an action. That is a conscious manifestation type of action. For somebody else, it can look different. It can look like starting your business. It can look like searching for a certain thing on Google and getting the right answer for that, and then going to go make a logo for your business. It can look like that. So we can't really say, oh, somebody's lazy because they're just wishing and hoping for a new car while watching TV. You see what I'm saying? And it reminds me of, I don't know if you've seen that episode of SpongeBob when Squidward, he didn't want to get a job. Like, he quit the Krusty Krab and then he didn't want to get a job and he was living with SpongeBob. Like, it's given those type of vibes sometimes. From an outsider looking in that doesn't really know much about manifestation, that's what it looks like to them. You look like Squidward. I love SpongeBob, y'all. I have a special place in my heart for it. And whenever, like, if I'm feeling like sick or I'm feeling like under the weather or something, SpongeBob is my go-to show. It always makes me just, I just feel good watching that. But the point is, y'all, manifestation, the word triggers people. If you just literally take out that word and just describe what manifestation is, then you know what? No, there's not going to be resistance with that because everybody does life. That's just how it works. So you're not going to be so triggered by it. But get this, conscious manifestation. Pay close attention to this, y'all, because I'm going to blow your mind. And you're going to be like, oh, wow. And you're going to get an epiphany. So conscious manifestation translates like this. You visualize a goal that you have and you achieve it. It's achieved. You visualize a goal and it's achieved. That is conscious manifestation. Think about it. For myself, this is a good one. I had a visualization. I visualized having 5,000 followers on Instagram. Visualized it, with all the feeling. And then it was achieved. I got over that. I got 8,000 followers on Instagram. The goal, visualize the goal, it's achieved. Boom, that's a manifestation. We don't even have to use the word manifestation because sometimes it sounds like magic, fairy, pixie dust to other people. So, but manifestation is not, it's not this magical force that happens, and it's not magical. If you don't do the inner development for it, for conscious manifestation, it's not going to work the way you're thinking. So when you're doing this, you are actually taking action. And really, you doing the inner development and journaling and doing that process that I told you where you're asking yourself those self-aware questions, like, why am I so upset? Why am I so triggered? Going down the line, asking those things, that is an action. Oh, you see what I'm saying? It is an action. So everybody's action looks different. So don't judge yourself when you get a certain action, or if you see somebody else taking a certain action. If that is their manifesting style, that is it. If that's their inspired action, that is their inspired action. So you're productive. People who manifest can be productive depending on what they're doing and how much they understand it. Because it's more about the understanding. It's more about the understanding of it. And you can go out there and you can do it. And you don't have to be so triggered by it. If you are triggered by it, ask yourself, why am I so triggered by the word manifestation? And why am I so upset when I think about it? Why am I so annoyed when I hear it? Ask yourself that and you will get the answer. And I'm here to help you with that because this is what I do. I don't just talk about this stuff, y'all. I actually do the stuff. I ask myself the tough questions. I do that. There's things for myself that I improve on. There's things that I see and I'm like, oh, wow, why am I so triggered by that? Everybody gets triggered by something, and triggers are a good thing. So don't think they're not. That's actually one of the fastest ways that you can start manifesting. And I'll save that for another video. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video, and I appreciate you for subscribing. And I want to know, what was the biggest breakthrough that you got from this video? What was that epiphany? What was that aha moment that you got? Because I know you got one. I'll see you in the next one.